There is a BJP-JDS alliance that is likely ahead of the 2024 elections. This is what sources have indicated to NDTV. Remember, what we're hearing from sources is that Devegowda's JDS is keen on an alliance with BJP ahead of 2024. This also comes close on the heels of JDS's perhaps worst performance in nearly 2 decades in Karnataka. I'm being joined by my senior colleague Akhilesh live on the broadcast. Akhilesh, what details do you have? What are your sources telling you in terms of this likely alliance ahead of 2024?
Well, Vedanta, I have learned from my sources in Karnataka BJP that the JDS in fact has approached the BJP because the party seems to be keen for an alliance as far as the upcoming Lok Sabha election is concerned. Though in the last Lok Sabha election, JDS could win only 1 seat. But of course, the JDS has support in various pockets in the states. And if these two parties come together, then the BJP and JDS combined can actually defeat the Congress party, and BJP can repeat the past performance. This is what the calculation is. And of course, the poor performance of JDS in the assembly election, of course, has forced the party leaders to, for a rethink for an alliance with the BJP, because they feel that if these two parties come together, then JDS may actually, protect its vote base and also its support base. That's why JDS seems to be very keen. In fact, interestingly, for the past 2-3 days, there are some statements coming from former Prime Minister Mr. H.D. Devegowda. In fact, first he defended Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav when all the opposition parties were demanding his resignation. Mr. Devegowda said that there should not be any politics and he is doing his job. And also yesterday he was asked about an alliance with the BJP, so he replied and in fact asked a counter question to the journalist that which party is there which has not joined hands with the BJP in the past. And interestingly, on 28th May, when the new parliament building was inaugurated, Mr. Devegowda was the only stalwart from the opposition camp who participated in the inauguration ceremony. So all these indications are there from the JDS. In fact, we have been told by the sources that JDS is keen to fight at least 4 Lok Sabha seats in Karnataka, but BJP is not committing itself so far. And the talks are, I don't think whether it's in advanced stage or not, but it's in the preliminary stage. This is the indication is coming from Karnataka.
Right, Akhilesh, and this also comes as the BJP looks to consolidate its position in the south, particularly after the defeat in Karnataka. But I'm also being joined by Veera Raghav in the studio, somebody who knows Karnataka perhaps more than any of us. Veera, you've covered the JDS for decades, really. What do you think is the party's positioning when it comes to the party being keen on an alliance with the BJP? Earlier as well, we've seen that the JDS has made statements favoring the BJP. In fact, Devegowda also said that there's not one party which is not in alliance with the BJP or something along those lines. So what do you make of this, the JDS being keen on an alliance with the BJP?
Well, as Akhilesh pointed out, I think it's been news on the anvil. Basavaraj Bommai went and met Devegowda and Kumaraswamy on Devegowda's birthday. This was after the defeat. And I think it's also a matter of compulsion for the JDS, given that it had the worst ever performance that it had. Traditionally, the JDS has not been, the JDS vote has often transferred to the BJP in a parliamentary election, unlike in a state election. So I think the focus for the JDS would be to try and retain its identity. But yes, there will be talk on it, and I think the BJP also needs to look at some kind of alliance there. So this conversation has been going on, but we'll have to wait and see how this develops. I think the first challenge before the BJP is to get the party back on track in terms of finding a leader of opposition and somebody who's going to front the challenge against the Siddaramaiah government there in Karnataka.